don't put up the fight now. We can win it. We're going to beat this virus. Coming from Bungalow 106, day 25, Quarantino. Here's to you guys. Stay safe.
So, Steve.
Alexa, cut the music.
Here's a playlist you might
Stevie, how are you?
All right, JT, how are you doing?
Good. I thought you were warming up for a minute, so I cut in a little late, but that was amazing. What is going on? I mean, I know you're an amazing Wall Street analyst and all this other stuff, but now all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, you're becoming an internet sensation now? Is that what's happening here?
We try to, just try to do something that everybody's cooped up in a house, and a lot of people have anxiety. I thank God that I never had to deal with that in my life. So we try to take a couple of minutes a day to give somebody some levity, take their mind off of the headlines. And, our thoughts and prayers obviously go out to all the people who have lost loved ones and to the care workers who are doing a terrific job. So we just try to take people's mind off it for a couple of minutes, Yeah, and every analyzing stocks 9 hours a day. We come up with something every day. Stuff in the garage, costumes, some friends stuff. It's just something a little bit of fun to take people's minds off of it.
Yeah, I loved your. I showed your Palm Sunday message on the show on Monday. It was excellent, and it wasn't as focused on making drinks, but I saw the shot party in the kitchen. I saw the Indian headdress out on the back deck. I have all these. I want to. If you don't mind, I want to start sharing them with my audience because
share with everybody. If it takes their minds off of this terrible thing we're dealing with, try to focus on the positive. At least you're close with your family, and like the old days, like when we grew up. That's the most important thing. Sitting having dinner together. Don't become unraveled. Everybody's got some worries. It's a lot worse. People always have it worse than we do. So we got to celebrate that. There's some positives and there's some silver linings in this. It's a funny thing about you saw the cross in that video, right? That 10-foot cross.
Yeah, it's huge.
10 years ago, I'll tell you a story about that if we got time. But 10 years ago,
tell us a story.
I was driving by a church not too far from here, and it was around 7 o'clock at night. My son and my daughter were here. I was coming home, rushing home to make them dinner, and I saw this church across the street. The church threw out the cross. It was in the garbage can. A 10-foot cross. Now, that thing weighs about 250. It's steel lined. So it was a Monday night, and I told my son about it. He goes, Dad, let's go get it. I said, Stevie, we ate dinner. I had 2 glasses of wine. If I go up with the pickup truck, I don't know if I can pick it up. And if I do, what the hell are we going to do with it? So he talked me into it. I said, all right, you sit in the driver's seat. I picked it out of the garbage, and I brought it home. And I've had it for 10 years. Now, let me tell you something. 2 hurricanes, 4 houses around my house, nothing got touched. A special guy blessed it for me. And he says, that cross is your salvation. You can never give it up. So I'm stuck with the cross. So I'm glad we got to put it in a video.
Pun intended. So,
right.
We have one collective fan of our comedic works. I don't know if he's laughing with us or at us, but our mutual friend Tony started sending me your videos.
He's a great guy. He's down the beach with his family, and I think one of the sons had it, but he's okay now. I think it's AJ had it, but he's okay.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of people had it, but a lot of people also got by it. You know what I mean, brother?
Right. It's just it doesn't make sense here or there, but if you do all the things they're talking, I mean, my hands are raw from washing them, and my girlfriend Jenny's daughter came into the house. She says it smells like the water slide because I wiped down the stairs with Clorox and water.
Yeah, right. Do you have to stand against the counter while you're flexing your tries like
No. Jenny bought her computer over Skype. She doesn't have a phone. Jenny, I told her, I said, listen, why don't you be the ring girl and walk around with round 1, behind me? She's like, I have to go home and change. We don't have enough time.
So what's your drink of the day today? Because I don't know if you saw all this news out that they're saying that tonic water is good for you because it's got quinine in it. That's what's in the hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah, they're saying that. I mean, I guess the British used that for years when they were exploring South America and they got malaria. They used quinine, and that's a derivative of it. The drink today, we used a little bit of maraschino on the bottom. We try to do a layer. We got some coconut milk with a little bit of rum, and then on top we had some blue curacao, really just for the color.
Well,
So every day we try to do something different.
Stevie, pull it back from the camera a little bit because we can't see the drink. You just see a little bit of it. Like pull it
Oh,
towards
okay,
you.
here.
No, bring the drink back towards you, like in your hand. There you
Here
go.
it is.
There you go.
There you
Oh,
go.
I see.
It was red, white, and blue. And, just a little something fun today. We had the Rocky theme going, a little bit of boxing. We were out running around on the beach yesterday. Today we did a little bit of boxing downstairs, hitting the pads. Just something to do because the gym's been closed for a month, But I tell you, I believe you're a Jet fan also, are you, Johnny?
I happen to be a Giant fan, but my two brothers are Jet fans, and
Right.
I attend a lot of Jet games, and I'm not a Jet hater.
Yeah, right. And that's, I told my son when he went to his first Jet game, you have to curse. He goes, does it hurt? I said, well, it hurts when they lose, which is most of the time.
Yeah, so yeah.
But I had the blessed luck working on Wall Street with customers. And the first Super Bowl I went with my brother Doug, who played football at Cornell. And the last one I went with my son. So all these experiences, I said, you know what, I got to write a book about this. And it was about a summer before I started writing it and traveling on planes and jotting stuff down. I finally got to it. Here's the book. It's called Getting to the Show. It's available on Amazon. It's also on Kindle. And it's about the story of going to Super Bowls over a 25-year period with friends and family and all the crazy things that happen. I told my son, I said, I'll take you to the Super Bowl and the Jets win. I said, I could be dead before that. So we went to the Seahawks game that they had up in Giant Stadium. But if you like the videos, you'll like this book. A lot of funny anecdotes. I want to write a book about Wall Street, but I don't have time. Maybe when I retire.
Yeah, I think we all want to write a book about Wall Street, but there's a lot of stories to be told there. That's for damn sure. Hey,
sure.
Stevie, so my brother's doing some. My brother was actually working on a show that we were going to put on TV called Serve, where he's like a master bartender his whole life, and he basically with some of the sponsors liquors showing people how to properly make drinks, and then going out to like well-known bars in New York City and making drinks with the bartender and talking about the good places to get good drinks. So you kicked us off today with your drink of the day. My brother's gonna do a lesson on how to make a proper Manhattan at 2 o'clock. But I want to start doing the drink of the day, maybe rotating a few guys and come on, we'll have a few laughs and give people a different recipe to try something else at home.
There you go. It's always fun. It's always fun. Someone told me a joke the other day. He says, you got good news and bad news. What's that? He goes, the good news is you tested negative for the coronavirus. The bad news is you have cirrhosis. So anyway, Johnny, listen, when you get the show back in the stadium or in the studios on Wall Street, I'll come in, I'll bring some charts for you. The S&P last week had its biggest rally in quite some time. We thought the bottom would be around 2,000, 2,050. The low was like 2174 on a press down. We got our hedge fund investors long a third, and we rallied a little further than I thought. So, I would tell anybody who's looking to put some money to work there, we're right in the monkey in the middle right now. We're 650 points from the top on the S&P, and we're 700 points from the bottom. So any kind of pullback here, I would definitely put money to work in 529s for your kids' college, or if you have money in cash in your 401ks, I'd put it to work, in any kind of pullback if we see it next week. Obviously, we're going to get hurt with earnings and earnings outlooks, but I think we're going to be a lot higher come year end.
All right. Well, look, I want to have you on in the studio in your suit and tie, so people don't think it's Rocky Balboa giving them their technical charting. But this guy is one of the best experts out there, and it's funny, entertaining, customer service guy. But that's why he can entertain us by making drinks and stuff. But certainly look forward to your contributions on that end too, Steve. Definitely.
I'll put the pinstripes on and come down.
All right.
I've been doing this for 35 years, so anything you do to help people out in this time, and that's the one positive. Like I said, families, people are like, oh, we're stuck at home. No, you're safe at home, and you're with who you're supposed to be. God doesn't make any mistakes. So who you're with is who you're supposed to be. Stay safe, follow the instructions, and I think this will come to pass.
All right. Well, thank you, my friend. I really appreciate you joining us today. And, anything you come up with, I'm happy to put it on and have you on live also.
Okay, JT, I'll see you.
Thanks, Steve. Have a great weekend. That's Steve Langen.